Hey everybody, it's Lamont from Bashers United. Just wanted to go over my Speed Rustler. It is pretty cool. I like it. Basically I bought a roller off of eBay. I think it was about 80 bucks. It had everything but electronics, of course, and wheels, and a transmission. Didn't have that. I think it was actually a XL5. And I got your basic Speed Rustler attachments. I got the Integy transmission box, the aluminum one. Instead of going with the Castle Creations, I went with a Leopard 2000 kV motor. It is the 4282. A little bit more torque. Right now, I've got a 25 and a 37 on there right now. This right here is something I'm working on. Basically, this is not a spur gear. This is a pinion gear. I got from Robinson Racing. It's a 37. And I'm going to try to grind a notch, a flat side, into the drive post, much like the drive shaft of the motor. And I'm going to try to get this to stay on via that. We'll see if that works or not. I have another drive shaft from another Rustler. I had to replace it just in case it doesn't work, but hopefully it will, because the torque, the torque on that motor was way too much for this poor slipper clutch. You guys will see that in there. That thing melted on me. Here's some of the clutch pad parts here. They disintegrated. So much heat. It was a two-part fail. This part here, looking through the camera here, this part here broke free of the back plate here. You can't see it anymore, but one of the pins, three of the pins were gone that hold this on. It's held on by 4 little pin pieces to hold the plate on. That sheared off. The slipper pads like basically disintegrated. It was bad news. I still got 85 miles an hour with like maybe only 20% of the torque being delivered to the wheels. Here's the plate with the brake or the slipper clutch pads that were on it. This is an Integy 37 tooth Mod 1 pinion. Mind you, this is a Mod 1 pinion. It is not a 32 pitch or a 0.8. So you're going to have to get Mod 1 gears to go with it. I did not know that when I ordered it. But I had a 25 tooth pinion gear from my Savage Flux that I have. That's what that is on there, on the motor. And then those are Mod 1. So it was all good. All worked out in the end. This is just on here to hold this on for right now, because I haven't modded it yet to work with a pinion gear. This thing is extremely freaking heavy though, so I'm not really sure if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it anyways. Looks cool though, right? Much heavier than this. This is, I mean, light considering what it is. It's steel with a piece of aluminum stuck to it. All right. So let's take a walk around. Of course, I've got the JACO foams. These are purple fronts all the way around. I've got a T-bone bumper. That was the rear bumper for my ever so terrible Venom Gambler. I'm sure if you're a racer, it's a great car, but if you're not, it is not. Talk about troubles. Actually, the car itself was pretty good. It's just the transmission and the what is it called? The differential on the back. Not so good. But I digress. Back to the Rustler. Of course, everything is stock pretty much, except for these are Traxxas shock caps, because we all know that those things are the plastic ones are terrible. I did not go out and buy a new ESC. I have a Mamba Monster 2 in my Savage Flux that I bought when I burnt out my original HPI Blur, I think this is, or Flux, yeah. Flux ESC.
This is actually the original Mamba monster. It goes up to 6S, which is what I'm running here. This is a Integy 3800 milliamp 40C discharge battery. Got a little thing holding the Garmin on there because I was running with the top off for a bit. And yeah, the wires that I'm using they don't have the correct size bullet connectors in the back, so I soldered them in to this ESC because it's just a junk ESC I had laying around. The solder job is terrible, but it's holding. So I was never a good solderer person. Lionel will tell you that. And then that brings us to the Hobby King 401B gyro. It is a helicopter gyro. People have said that it's too sensitive, but I have not had that issue. I think it's set to a 0 delay and a 60% limit. And out of the box, it's reversed, like the sort of straight line holding drift action is reversed, so you actually have to flip a switch on the front there. You can see that. Focus. Come on. Anyways, right there. Yeah, if you see in the bottom left there, there's a little switch where you can reverse it. That's all I had to do. It's held on there with soft Velcro. You can see that underneath there. I put that on there because I was hoping it would absorb some of the vibration, so you get all gyro action and no like sort of reactionary vibration stuff going on there. Fishtailing. You don't want that when you're doing like 90 miles an hour. That would be bad. I took it out today. Everything works well, except for the fact that I burned out the slipper clutch, the default or OEM slipper clutch for the Rustler, which cannot handle the torque. Cannot. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to comment. Or any suggestions, feel free to comment. Again, there's nothing new here. Just wanted to try out the whole speed rustler thing. Looked really fun. And for the most part, it has been. So yeah. Alright guys, Bashers United, Speed Rustler. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe! I love you. Goodbye.